Gatekeeper is good, actually. A lot of people I've heard say that Gatekeeper isn't all that great, and they are wrong. Because when it comes to being good, he just actually is. What do I mean? Well, criticism number one I've heard of Gatekeeper is that this wall of text isn't quite as large as this other wall of text. But I mean, really, that's a little bit silly. We can all agree that size isn't everything when it comes to weapons, right? So, criticism 2, okay, he's bad at fighting. Now, that's a little more believable, okay? That's a little more believable. It might, in fact, actually just be true. But let's examine what he does in detail to confirm. So the first thing you need to know about Gatekeeper's weapon is this. All his effects revolve around this big-ass zone. And when I say big-ass, I mean big-ass, because it's 3 columns and 3 rows. An Aether map is only 6 columns across. This area covers literally 2/3 of it. If you drop a unit just randomly somewhere, it's more likely to be in the zone than out of it. The self-serving part of the weapon looks for 3 allies in this zone, which is pretty easy to achieve. And even if it isn't, he also gets the same effects if there's a breakable structure nearby, which, if you're using him in Aether Raids, there's always one of those around you can barely move without tripping over one of the damn things. So, it's safe to assume that the weapon is normally fully active, in which case, if we trim down just the selfish parts, what Gatekeeper has is a pretty bulky stat line with no speed, attack res -6 on the foe, and they can't make a follow-up attack. If I had to draw a comparison, there is another green unit out there who looks pretty much the same. It's Monastery. And Monastery is, as a unit, just very average. Well, let's put it another way. Monastery was power crept by Duoidan back in spring of 2020. So yeah, I'll admit it, Gatekeeper is a bit behind the curve when it comes to combat. And I say that's okay. That's okay because Gatekeeper ain't just a fighting unit. He has something Monastery doesn't. Support abilities. Remember this big old area? If we read the weapon effect again, well, it works both ways. Every single ally in this area is getting +5 to attack and +5 to speed for just existing. And let's not understate how great that is. Peony, attack speed +3 in cardinal directions. Duo Peony, attack +6, cardinal directions. There's a few supports who can outperform him at 2 range, but that's 2 range. It doesn't reach to the other side of the bloody map. And the only unit who gets even close in terms of area is Miller. But she only gives +2 to all stats. Now, sure. Aside from Brave Lucina, all those other units have something else going on too. Yeah, well, guess what? This isn't Gatekeeper's main thing either. The stat buffs are just a horse divorce. Or a hors d'oeuvre if you're going to get all French on us. The main course is in his B slot. There's 3 parts to this. Part 1 is just Obstruct, which has niche applications, but isn't really all that big, honestly. Part 2 is a bigger Obstruct. This one's for ranged units. It's got some teeth. Ranged units cannot reach over Gatekeeper to hit units behind him anymore. And if you combine it with a choke point, it can quite effectively funnel foes into only being able to attack one single square. Neat. But then part 3 is the massive one. Complete teleport denial in a 4-space radius. It's a counterplay effect. The only effect in the game right now to counterplay teleportation, which appears on so many units and that so many strategies rely on as the core of their mobility. And that's what he is. He's not a general use unit like Brave Mach or Fallen Edelgard. He's an answer. The kind of unit that you bring out when there is one specific problem you need to solve, and you cannot solve it any other way. The example I always bring out for this is Kempf. Kempf is a unit who's weirdly difficult to build because he already has everything he needs to fill the role he exists for. He could have no skills, no merges, 0 base stats, and none of that matters because as long as he has this line prevents counterattacks in his weapon, he will forever ruin the day of units who thought they could end turn in peace. Likewise, if you rely on teleporting at all for your movement, this final part of Gatekeeper's B slot exists to spite you personally. no aerobatics, no orders, and especially no Wings of Mercy. And you may think, oh, I don't actually rely on those all that much. No, maybe you do. It's oh so easy to just forget how much you were teleporting until it's suddenly taken away from you, and now your team feels like they're sinking in concrete. Okay, maybe you still don't believe me. I understand, which is why I prepared by bringing incontrovertible evidence that this is one of the best support skills in the whole damn game. Say hello to Fehdison. Hello, Fehdison. Don't let his cuteness fool you. Take a look at his team and count the duo peonies. This is a fiendish strategy. He beats most maps in one turn with it. I've been trying for months to finally stop his rampage, and although I did manage to surprise him a couple times, this dumbass build on Catria almost worked, damn it. Somehow he managed to prevail every time. And then I added Gatekeeper. Behold.
What is this? Oh, it's Gatekeeper. Fuck. That's a kind of fucked situation. Oh my god. Gatekeeper doesn't let me Wings of Mercy. That's so annoying. Wait, what? Not even here to here? That's so fucking... What? No, that's fucking cheating. That's so fucked. Gatekeeper is one of the most annoying units in the game. Legit. Oh my god, you can't, because I can't warp. Oh my god, he's strong. Gatekeeper is annoying. I need to kill Gatekeeper. You win, Penrose. Right, in the actual match you have won. Everyone, good night. I hate this map. Penrose, I hate you. Oh my god. Oh my god, this map is so annoying. No, we'll call it night.
By the way, don't worry, I did get Freddy's permission for that segment. In any case, the eagle-eyed among you probably noticed another character on that team who was putting in a lot of work. You may think, oh, Flora won it for you, but just so you know, Freddy played a previous version of the team that had Lewin instead of the man, Gatekeeper, and he beat it pretty handily. But I will say, save skills are more or less the perfect synergy with him. The one weakness of his incredible support ability is that it goes away when he dies, meaning you can normally handle him decently well by just trying killing him first. Add saved for Mix though, that's no longer an option. There's no way to avoid confronting his teleport denial. This works on offense too. If you've ever been clowned on by a unit dropping into Wings of Mercy range and letting an entire defense team leap halfway across the map to shove their fists down your throat, Gatekeeper can stop that. And add Bridal Catria on top for a scarily good triple synergy. The squishy Catria needs to stay alive for your hindrance to work, which save armors work brilliantly with, and in turn her orders compensates for their low mobility. That's already something that's well documented, but Gatekeeper provides the final part of the defensive puzzle while also stacking 5 extra attack on everyone, which is super impactful with triangle attack involved. Finally, the save armors fix Gatekeeper's defensive problem, and triangle attack makes him hit twice. You know what an average unit hitting twice looks like? A very good unit. If you want to see it in action, I use it in AR as my actual 8th Raids team. This is not a joke, I have videos as proof. Anyway, to summarize, Gatekeeper's good, I finally beat Fehdison, booyah! Please subscribe if you want to. Penrose out.